Started.
Hey,
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
what's up?
What's up? I feel like I haven't spoken to you guys in like ages.
That's not we were
I know. We just talked to each other.
She's being sarcastic,
I'm
I
being
believe.
sarcastic.
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
Like we were just online talking to each other
That's
all
what I was
day,
gonna be like,
every day.
actually, Sonia, I saw you almost every day this week
Yeah.
between guest podcasts and our podcast.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
haven't seen you in
sarcasm.
forever. Yeah, no, I
I
see you all the
missed it.
time. It's like
I
we live
missed it.
together, but not.
Soon.
One day we'll live the dream.
One day. A
Yes.
retirement plan.
Yep. Jessica, I see you're drinking. What are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking Smirnoff Iceberry Blast, but then once I finish this, I have a rum and Coke.
Very good. And Sonia?
Actually, I needed something warm because I'm sick again, Dot Marie. I'm blaming you.
Look, it's me. I got you
It's,
sick.
it's actually tea and rum.
Nice. So like a
Yeah.
hot toddy.
Is that what it's called?
Basically, it's rum with hot water and lemon juice. So that's basically tea, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just tea and rum.
Yeah. So I'm drinking vodka and ginger ale.
You can still find Cranger Ale?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you lucky bitch.
The husband got it at Fresco. He was there, and then he's like, he's seen it, and so he's like, got some.
That's
and he
so
broke
lucky.
the case, and half of it rolled away, and so he had to like run and chase it and grab it, and
Oh
yeah, 'cause the
no.
box like broke. So, but yeah, no, finally got some again.
You're so lucky.
I
You're
feel
living
like
the
they're
dream.
making the card. I feel like they're making the cardboard thinner.
They are.
Like, is
They're
that just a
make us-
conspiracy?
Make us all look like fools.
Yeah, so it's like all
More
it's like
errand
not as
bags.
stiff,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like
Yeah.
more flimsy and it's breakable. And then they're like, "Huh, we're saving like 0.00003 cents a case. We're raking in the
You
profits,
know what?
guys."
I don't doubt that, to be freaking honest. Like with everything going on,
And they're
They
raising the
probably-
price.
yeah,
They're like, we're
Yeah.
saving 5 cents. Let's raise it $1.25.
yeah,
Exactly.
For that brain power we just used, we need to make up for that. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna get you the topic of today. Oh, craziest rumor you've ever heard about yourself.
Ooh.
I have one. But let me tell
Okay,
you the
you
word.
go.
Yeah.
I thought it said soup, but it's group.
Oh,
what?
okay.
Group.
Group. Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was soup, and I was like, that's a weird word. But let's do it. But no, it's group.
Okay, if you already have a story, like go for it.
Yeah.
I do. So back in the day, like teenagers, I was like 18 and I had a child and I started dating Kyle. So there was a rumor that I gave up my child so I could start dating Kyle. Like I put her up for adoption. Like my friends, this is a rumor from my friends who were telling each other that I gave up my kid so I could start dating Kyle.
Okay.
Oh my
so
God.
here's my thought process on that.
Yeah.
You said they're your friends, which I know who you're talking about. How like if they didn't talk to you every day, they would have obviously known you still had your daughter. Like, what I don't understand is how could they make that rumor up and believe that same rumor if they're talking to you every day, being your friends? Like,
Yeah, like I made this post on Twitter the other day that there's like this weird phenomena about me that like either people like me or they don't, and if the people who don't like me are really really weird about it. So like
yeah,
it's I don't understand how it happened or how this really. I think it was I didn't really talk to them that much because they were cheerleaders for Kara's dad.
Yeah.
So like I didn't really talk. I like distanced myself from them for a while.
yeah.
Because like that was gross. So
Yeah.
I did spend a lot more time with Kyle. I actually ended up having more in common with Kyle. Like Kyle and I actually did things I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I can understand how they would not be able to check in, but like, wouldn't they be able to like ask Kara's dad? The like, oh, do you guys no longer have custody of Kara? Like, was she put up for adoption? Like, what? There was no like information checking on that. And how I found out is that the sibling of one of them started to like shit talk me, I guess, like say bad stuff about me. Like, at least I never put my kid up for adoption to like date a guy. And that's how I found out about that rumor.
Oh no. Is there a chance they did ask him and he just said yeah because he wasn't really involved? Okay.
I don't think so. Not with
No,
his egotistical.
No, he's more like, I am more involved than I actually am type.
Oh,
like,
okay.
He's like, I'm a superhero. Like,
yeah, he thought he was the world's greatest dad.
They always
really
do.
Did.
Yeah. But like everyone believed him, which is like the funny part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That you never see him with his kid, but he's the greatest.
He did everything for her
all the time. He was always with her. Like he like had to miss work to take care of her. He had to miss exams to take care of her.
Oh my god.
Yeah. When I had shared custody with his mom. Like that. Yeah. Like she
that says it.
Her. Yeah, like his mom helped raise my daughter. Yeah.
That sucks.
But that's one of the I have so many other weird rumors, but like that's one of like my earliest remembrance of the craziest things that like I gave up.
You
my
have
kid.
Earliest. I have a recent, and I'm saying recent, like when did I move into this house? Like past 5 years.
Okay.
Rumor. Okay. So I had this friend, and this friend, I'm no longer friends with this friend, and this friend had a sister who I was also friends with that I am no longer friends with too. And this sister had a husband, and this husband was a contractor. In quotation marks. My bad. I trust people, as you know, that I've known since I was a teenager. My bad. So me and my husband move into this house. It has an unfinished basement, and we need to get it done to like, you know, make like a studio space. So we hire this friend. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that.
Never.
No.
This person took a lot of money. And did finish a job. It wasn't a
good
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also took like an extra 3 weeks. He required my husband to like drive him around. And then one night he even showed up at our house drunk. And because he had a key, let himself in, grabbed my $80 duvet off our couch and went down to the basement to sleep. We thought someone was breaking in. So we had a heart attack, and then we just found out it was our drunk contractor friend. So okay, wait, we haven't even gotten to the rumor yet.
There's a rumor.
Okay. I was like 7 months pregnant at this point with my daughter. And it was coming to a head. It was, you know, 3 weeks longer than I think it was supposed to. A lot of money had been spent. It wasn't looking like we thought it was going to look, but we just kind of wanted it done because my husband was like producing music in our bathroom. Like that's because he needed a workspace.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a contract or anything. So I was like, no, you guys are going to sign a contract. You guys are going to do it. So he called me a bitch and said I shouldn't be involved in male conversations, but like someone had to really say some shit. Right. So then his wife, AKA my friend and like a sister of another friend, started telling people that I was drinking while I was pregnant. and she even like texted it to me like it was true. Like, well, at least I'm not drinking while I'm pregnant. And I was just like, and for the record, I did go on when I was 11 weeks pregnant on a weekend trip to Niagara Falls with her and a group of like her girlfriends. I didn't know any of them. And we did do a wine tasting where I didn't drink the wine and they watched me, and I had my own case of non-alcoholic beer so I could party, and I vomited the entire weekend because I was having severe morning sickness. So even grown ass 30-plus-year-old women can suck like teenagers. So they don't they don't change. It's
No, they
weird.
don't.
Yeah.
I have a story, and it started with my son spreading the rumor about me.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah, this is before I had Caleb, before Caleb was even a thought. I'm taking Nicholas to school, and I think he was like in grade 2, whatever. He was really young. He was like, yeah, maybe 7. I'm taking him into school and whatever, and I do it every day. Say hi to the teachers, say hi to the moms, whatever, right? So this one day, I'm taking him to school, and I stop by this one lady, and she's like, you look fantastic. Like, thank you. I just brushed my teeth. Like, so she's like, keep up the good work. I'm like, okay, like, whatever. So then I go walk up to the line and like say goodbye to Nicholas, whatever. I'm about to turn around, and the teacher waves at me. And I'm like, okay. So I go up to the teacher, and she's like, I just want to say congratulations. And I was like, oh my God, is my son telling people I was a drunk or something? Like, what? Like, why are people saying I look great and congratulations? And I was like, thank you, but what for? And she's like, oh, that Nicholas is having a sibling. Pardon me? We were not trying at all. There was not at this point, we weren't to have any more kids. And so I was like, I'm not pregnant. And she's like, oh, but I thought, and she looks down on my stomach.
Oh no.
Rude.
After I had a mom, this looked great. And then I was just looking down too, and I don't have like fat or anything. Like I'm pretty flat stomach, not like. But anyway, I was just like looking down with her, and she's like, oh, "I'm so sorry. I assumed. I thought you were in the early stages." And I was like, "Thanks. I gotta go though."
You just got that bloat. You're like,
You had a big
like I'm like, let
day,
me walk off the ground so I can fart. But like. That was my rumor. Nicholas had told everyone in his class he was going to get a new sibling.
Maybe he was manifesting.
He was trying.
You put it out into the universe, kind of
tell
thing.
him that we were trying. So, like, I don't know. He just wanted a sibling at that particular moment. And so he told everyone that we were having a new baby at home.
Maybe you were adopting. I don't know.
And no one was going to call him out on it. No one was going to be like, you're a liar. You're a dirty little liar.
Like, no one was going to be like, hey, so Nicholas had told me. But no, they were like, you look great and congratulations. And I was just like, what is going on?
Well, congratulations.
At least he didn't say I was a drug addict. So there's that.
That happens. I had a bad rumor my kids passed around. It was Kara. She told everybody I beat her. That was an interesting. So
my brother did the same thing. So it's like a thing kids do.
Yeah. So like she fell down on a porch. Like it was just one step. She didn't even fall down the step. She fell after the step. And then she's like, "Why did you push me, Mom?" I was nowhere near her. And like she blamed me for pushing her. And then she went in school and told people I hit her and pushed her. And then I had to like explain. I was like, that didn't happen. But like they're like, oh, we need to blah blah. I was like, like she has a very active imagination. She thinks she used to be Jesus. But if you need to follow up, yes. She was convinced she used to be Jesus. She would tell everybody who would listen. She's like, before, back in the desert, they used to call me Jesus.
Yes, she did. She spent hours sitting on the couch with me, explaining her journey. Okay.
Her second life. Like, so like she thought it was real. So like I was like, obviously do what you have to do, but like you should know that she thinks she's Jesus. Which maybe should have like let me know the kind of adult she's gonna end up being. Still at home.
We keep telling ourselves they'll grow out of it, but they don't.
No.
That's
just
make
them
it more
as
creative
people.
with it. Like,
That's her now. It's so I think I'd rather pregnant than what I got. Yeah.
So there's
I
this one-
used to start rumors of myself.
That's good.
Oh, this gets more interesting. Okay, go on.
Like I don't know if it counts as pathological lying, because it wasn't like I was just lying about everything all the time. It was just I would over embellish a lot, or I'd like change facts to make them sound cooler, and like starting from like kindergarten. Okay, so it'd be like in like grade 1, my mom was like married to my stepdad, who was like in the military, so like he was traveling a lot and stuff.
Mhm.
And eventually we went to like live on a base in Alberta. And so like I'd tell people, I'd be like, I've traveled the world. And then like a few months later, I got called out and they're like, we heard you didn't travel the world. And then they got all mad at me. And like grade 1 was really hard, guys. Okay. Yeah. So, and then it'd eventually go to like, yeah, no, I totally know so and so, famous, insert famous person here. And then when I was like in like grade, I don't know, when did girls start really getting into like witchcraft?
Grade 6?
3. No,
Grade 6. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking like grade 5, 6. So okay. Yeah. And I remember pretending once that I got possessed by somebody and I was talking as somebody else, but I knew I wasn't. So, yeah, I think it's the autism now, but sometimes you just got to make yourself
Sign to
sound
fit in.
cooler.
That's autism. It's cool. It's cool.
I just wanted to like be cool, so I just like name drop people all the time, even if like I've never met them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
grew out of it. Now I'm really cool, actually.
Now you've
I don't
actually
need to
met
fake it
famous
anymore.
people.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm only slightly embellishing. Like I was background of Ryan Seacrest's show. He wasn't there. He was zoomed in, but he was still live there and saw me and said hi. So that's almost like meeting him.
Exactly.
It's how we're meeting right now. So Jessica, just take it. Like,
Pretty much. Yeah. This is pretty much real life now.
yeah, exactly. So
For
Just
a
be proud.
day, I had a rumor that so the rumor was people thought Chuck Norris was my dad. So like it's not I didn't tell people this. So my mom had a boyfriend who was a limo driver, and Chuck Norris like came to the house. It was really cool, and he signed like pictures and stuff. It was like an autographed signed picture of Chuck Norris. There was like a Polaroid of us with Chuck Norris. So I brought them both to school, like the autographed and the photo. I don't have the photo anymore, but there was the photo. And people were like, oh, that's your dad. Like they didn't know who Chuck Norris was. My guess. They were not cool. It was in the 2nd grade. They were not cool 8-year-olds. But like this rumor, like wildfire, like, oh, like there's a picture of your dad.
They always do.
And then the teacher's like, why are you telling people this man's your dad? I was like, I didn't. I told them that like this actor came to my house. Like it was, well, like outside. He didn't come in. And they're just like, you're a liar.
How did you guys ever have like the universal rumors that were never true or verified, you know, in the pre-Google days? You know, the we all heard about Marilyn Manson's rib and like shit like that, you know, like how did those spread pre-internet, like from like cities and countries?
I don't. Well, no, MSN was a thing.
People don't have. No, it wasn't. People don't have original thought. That's what it is, right? People think they have original thought, but really 100 people thought the same thing they did. Like it's like, yeah,
it's the
that's
Matrix.
Like it is. That's like that's why people are like, oh, we're in a simulation because of stuff like that. And the S, like the lines and like
I remember find
That-
that.
that was before the internet. Well, the internet was there, but like it was before everyone was using it for chatting and information.
And everyone making friendship bracelets, like everyone knew how to make those.
Oh, and
Yeah,
the jelly
it's just
bracelets that you like.
Yeah.
The one was like blowjob and one was like sex. Did you guys
Yep.
ever have those?
Yep.
Yeah. And like how tearaway pants was cool for everybody. Like no matter where you lived, there was the tearaway pants were cool.
My mom wore tearaway pants for fuck's sakes, and she was not cool. Like she
That's
was
just how things start. Like it's just no original thought. We were living a simulation.
Yeah. I mean,
I
had
telling people that's not true, and now I'm losing in the evidence department.
Yeah, sorry.
So I had a typical rumor about me. When I got pregnant with Nicholas, I was obviously in grade 12 and like 18. And so obviously people were like, he's not Dave's. Like, that's not David's baby. You're not really pregnant. Like, so it went from I'm not really pregnant to that's not Dave's baby until like literally Nicholas was born. Looked identical to David. And then a few years later it was like, is it David's brother?
Oh no.
Like, and then I was like, no. And then someone thought it was my best friend's. Like when I worked at Zeller's, someone thought it was my best friend's baby. And I was like, no, like this is my child with my now husband. So
I had those rumors too in high school when I was pregnant. So the oldest's dad, quotations, was like one of the popular fellas. And popular with the nerds, I think. It was mostly like he wasn't popular with the popular people. He was just the most popular nerd person. And people who like were like my like people I went to school with, grew up with, they're just like they found out I was pregnant, but it couldn't be this guy's baby that I was dating. It had to be like somebody else's. I should have not fought that rumor very hard. I should have been like, you guys are right. Like
I had that rumor too. But that rumor was spread by my son's father, so he just spread that rumor himself.
Mine was the whole freaking high school, like literally.
It was Delta High School.
Mm-hmm.
That's my rumor mill too. Delta High School.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Mine was Moira Secondary. Moira.
You can't even pronounce that.
It's not that anymore. They changed it to like East Side.
It's okay. Delta doesn't exist anymore here, so
yeah,
it's because we're old. We're so old.
Like
schools
the
are
school's
changing.
Still standing. It's just no people go there anymore because it's up for. I think I read somewhere that it's going to be turned into condos. I don't know.
Why not? Let's give up education centers for condos. More people with children will live there.
The problem is the board didn't want to keep it because of how old it was and how much money. So it had asbestos. Oh my God, did it have asbestos? And like, I don't know how many times my lockers would be trapped like between those tent things and I couldn't get into my locker. And then there was the furnace kept breaking all the time. Like it was freezing in this school in winter. And like it had the old windows, like the wooden panels and like no screens, nothing like that. And then summer was boiling hot. Air conditioner didn't work because it was made in the 1800s. Like
it sucks that people like Ford keep cutting the infrastructure budget for public schooling.
Right?
Wouldn't that have been helpful?
So the fact that the school couldn't keep up and like the board obviously didn't want to put all this money into it, right? Because it would cost so much money. But they also can't tear it down because it's protected
by the historian people. Yeah.
And because of the value of how much actual real marble is in this school in the staircases. There's
so how are they going to make it into condos?
It's on. So there's a rule for buildings. If you keep the bones up,
it doesn't
count as tearing it down. Yeah.
You just can't touch certain things. Like you have to keep it looking almost the same, but like any like drywall.
The Dragonfly's deck in Gilmore Girls. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So some TV knowledge to help you with this. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how they're going to turn into condos. But like seriously, who would buy that and have to spend all that money? Is going to be ridiculous.
Someone
People with
will.
too much money.
Yeah.
If you're gonna buy Delta, can you spare some change? Buy us a drink.
Yeah,
someone who has a
please,
Lister
on
block
our link
downtown.
tree. On our link tree, feel free to buy us a drink. We are losing money doing this, so any
Yeah.
cent helps.
And like we've sponsored a few alcohol beverages, you know, Smirnoff, Captain Morgan, Twisted Tea, you know, just for some starters. If you want to send us some swag and drinks, that would be great.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? Maybe we should start. Okay, wait, I'm not gonna brainstorm business on the podcast. Talk to you ladies after.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
I feel like, yeah, like being pregnant in high school was like really interesting because I was a loser, but I was a floater, so like everyone kind of saw me. I did a lot of the introductions at assemblies. You know, I was on all the nerdy groups like the improv team and stuff like that. So like a lot of people, but I was also did jock stuff. I was like wrestling, badminton, that kind of stuff as well. So like a lot of people knew me, but I was mainly friends with like dorky people that no one knew. And when I got pregnant was June. So like summer was coming. So I wasn't seeing half of these people anyway. And then I came to school in September and it was people I didn't even know texting people I did know asking if I was pregnant. And they would like show me and I'm like, I don't know who this person is. Why do they care? Why
Yeah.
like why? And it was just I think I was the only pregnant kid that at least at that time. And it was just everyone. And then the teachers, like my teachers in my classes were like pulling me aside to like talk to me about it and stuff. And it was just like, yeah, like I didn't hide my pregnancy once, actually. I was planning on coming to you after class just to let you know because I've been vomiting a lot. Like I was, but it was just like people were like just doing this big, like, did you know? Did you know? And I'm like, dude, you can say it. Like I'm 18. I'm a legal adult.
Yep.
I'm just here for fun. I was taking a victory lap. Give me a break. Like,
Oh, I went to school in Hamilton. There was a lot of pregnant people. It was not a weird thing for a teenager to be pregnant.
So
we
like,
had pregnant people at my school. It was just like the number of people was really small. So like the likelihood of like two people being pregnant at the same time was smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a numbers thing, I think.
when I went to Delta, so this I got pregnant like 3 years after Sonia had her oldest. No one was pregnant at Delta at this time. So when I got pregnant, my house became a party house for some freaking reason. Like people would come in droves to my house to drink. Because like no one was at my house. Like my mom passed away, my grandmother was like old and like senile. And so people were like, we can just crash at her house. She's gonna be a mom. She can take care of us. That was their logic. And then like the year after, I guess they figured because like, and then I had Nicholas and whatever, and me and David moved into our own apartment and stuff. The year later, I go back to visit. 4 girls are pregnant. And they were just like, well, you know, you could do it. We can do it too. I was like, dude, I am struggling. I live in a crack building. Like, what?
Did you ever see The Pact? Like the movie?
No.
Okay, well, it's based on a true story of like, I think it was 4, maybe it was 5, like teen girls at a high school that literally did that. They were like, we're all going to get pregnant in the next 3 months. And they did. Yeah, and they did. Like that was the thing. And it took like I think 4 of them getting pregnant before like the parents caught on. And it was one of those schools that taught abstinence only and that kind of stuff. The Pact is just like a dramatization of it. But
encourage sex. Be like you're gonna have packs of pregnancy, girls, persons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just you know, they're gonna have sex whether you tell them to or not.
Exactly.
Tell them to be safe about it.
Just throw condoms. Like as soon as you see someone of like the age of 16 above, just throw condoms at them and be like, be safe.
Like looking confetti. You're just like,
Guy, girl,
walking down the street.
It doesn't matter. Throw condoms at them and be
Do
like,
it at like
be
Santa
safe.
Claus parades.
Yeah.
Like you'll hit like a wide number of people with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, if they don't use them, they can balloon animal them. It's cool. Like,
Or give them to people that will use them.
Yeah. balloon animal, it has like a really terrible taste.
It's
I don't
called the
like
spermicide, but yes.
it's not a fun, like, using them purposely to do balloon animals is not
Whatever. I don't care what they do as long as they're safe.
as long as they're safe.
I just need to know whatever my mother-in-law did, because my husband was like super like, we are not like, no condom, no sex. Sorry, hun. Sorry. Until we like decided to like have a kid. And that was like 5 years into our relationship. He was just so careful. Carefulest man I've ever met, and I thank him for it every day. Now he's fixed, so it doesn't matter. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Just watch
Rumors.
I know. I'm trying to think. I know there's tons. There's been so many. That's
I
how
don't
weird
have
my
another
life
rumor.
is.
But I do have a story about Nicholas saying stuff about me.
Go for it.
So yeah, like my kid has a tendency of doing this. So he went trick-or-treating as a convict for Halloween, right?
Right.
And so and I was supposed to be a female cop, but I don't know why I wasn't. I think I ended up staying home, whatever. So my husband's cousin, Jen, had to go pick him up. So she does. But she had to go talk to a dealership about getting a new car. So she takes my son, who's all dressed up and whatever. And when she gets to the dealership, she meets her other friend who is a cop. Okay. And this cop guy has his daughter there with him. So the daughter and Nicholas are just chatting while Jen's talking with her cop friend and the dealer dude to like figure out about the car. And so the girl looks over at him and she's like, nice costume. And Nicholas turns around, he's like, who said it was a costume? And so she's just like, uh-huh. And so like at the same time, Nicholas is also like butting in with the conversation with the dealership and the cop, by the way. And he's like, so like, how easy is it to steal these cars? And like he's asking questions like, what's the theft on this? Like, how often do these
What's
get stolen?
the theft on this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
like,
start using that. I'm gonna walk into a store and just be like, oh, pick up an item, go, what's the theft on this?
so,
What is
and
it?
And then the girl goes up to her dad and she's like, yeah, he says that's not even his costume and I don't believe him. And Nicholas is like, it's not, it's my mom's uniform for when she was in prison. And like the cop goes and turns to Jen, and Jen like kind of goes right in the face and she's like, no, that's not what he means. I went to prison. So this girl actually thought I went to prison, and so did her dad.
Not only that you went to prison, that you stole
You
public
got to
property
keep the outfit.
from prison. You stole from prison. You were just in there. You looked at that uniform and went like, what's the theft on this? And then took it. That's what happened.
Anyway, so then Jen calls me up and she's like, you would not be more proud of your son right now as I am. She's like, I'm so proud of him. And then she's telling me the story. And she's like, it was believable almost. The way he said it with so much conviction and seriousness. Like, he didn't bat an eye. He didn't, like, stutter. He was, like, stone, like, face. Like, it was perfect. And I was like, I wish I was there. Like,
personally, I couldn't be friends with someone that stupid. Like, as a police officer, you would know those aren't easy to get.
Yeah, like, sure, he did. But I guess he was just stunned. Like, how...
Yeah, I would just be like, I can't be your friend anymore. I'm sorry.
Well, okay, let's also remember that, like, in the States, police precinct, like, won a lawsuit basically stating that they are allowed to discriminate if your intelligence is too high.
Yeah, that's
on being
in
a
Canada
police officer.
That's in Canada too.
The police officer was enough for me to not be friends.
That was it. Yeah,
that was it.
Not high enough. Yeah,
that already told me your IQ.
I already know. That gave me a heads up. Yeah, I already know a rumor about Dawn Marie.
Oh, yes, I would love to hear a rumor about me. Thank you.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Dawn Marie developed way too early for her own good.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so like we all went to Queen Mary School, and I was 2 grades higher than her. And I knew about these rumors. And they're like, the whole rumor of the whole school was that there's this girl in the 4th grade who stuffs her bra. Like, and it was,
Oh,
yeah, the whole school, like 1,000 kids. So like this, like kids younger, like kids, like, so the fact that all these kids knew, and the teachers, no one ever went to Dawn Marie. Like no adult went to Dawn Marie and said, "Are you okay?"
No.
Like it was, yeah.
that doesn't happen. I had the same rumors because I too developed early. Did like they ever say anything to you, Dawn, to get you to lift up your shirt? Because I used to get that all the time.
So I went to swimming for school, and like they were just like staring at me, and like I was like getting changed, and they were waiting, like the girls. It's not even the boys that would like ask this. It was the girls. And they stood there and waited until I like took off my bra to put, and then they like kind of gawked, like, holy shit. Yeah. And then the rumor turned into I got implants.
Like a child
in grade 4?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm poor. Like I'm like welfare poor.
Well, no wonder you gave your child implants. You're gonna have to replace them every year.
No wonder body grows. Yeah.
Yeah, like they would make fun of me for being poor. At the same time, I got implants.
Like I used to have,
yeah,
like the guys used to be like, just you stuff your bra, and I'd be like, no, and they're like, I don't believe you unless you show me.
Because they're perverts.
Yeah,
they believe you. They just wanted to see your titties.
I in grade 9, I took we did you guys have like try technology where you had to do like 3 technologies in one semester, or was that just me? Okay, that was just me. Okay, it was a mandatory course. It was like a full like a semester course or whatever, but for each like month and a half you did like a different technology,
so, like, you had a choice,
like computer.
Though, to do that.
Oh, we didn't have a choice. It was like mandatory at my school. So it was like computer, which I loved, then auto, which I hated, and then woodwork.
Then cafeteria.
Oh no, we had woodwork.
Oh, we had cafeteria, automotive, and something, and home ec, I think it was.
Oh, we had computer. It was all like technologies, computer, auto, and woodworking. Our woodworking we all automatically passed because our teacher that year got skin cancer, and then one kid hit himself with the catapult in the face, so we just it was automatic pass. But but the auto, it was mostly guys in my class at that time, and one of the guys used to like tape stuff to a ruler and just like poke like a pliers whatever to a ruler and like try to poke my boobs in grade 9, and the teacher never did anything about it. Like like you would see this, like you see this kid taping things to like reach them to like poke, because he was like, oh, they're gonna pop. Teacher never did any. It was a male teacher too, of course.
What was his name? At
Fuck, I don't remember.
Mooresville or whatever his name of the school was. Marina.
Moira. Grade 9.
Automotive teacher. You're a pervert.
I was born in 1991. He probably was. I know there was one teacher at the school years later that did get like arrested on like child charges, but I don't know which one, so I can't say names. I just remember reading the article and going, "Ha, that teacher," but I forgot which one.
My oldest's daughter, Ryerson Middle School. The principal got arrested for child molestation.
Oh, was this recent? Like recent in the past couple years?
Last, well, she's been done school for a while, but he didn't get caught or charged until like 4 years ago.
Okay, because I just remember like saw an article about like someone that was caught.
There was someone at Nicholas's school. Because I was showing you guys about the BR teacher that recently remember a girl went on Facebook complaining that she's seen this teacher that molested her like years ago, and then so many of these other stories finally came up on her news feed to the point that it went viral, and it got the police attention, and then eventually he got arrested, charged, and convicted.
Sad you need to go viral for justice.
Yeah. Like there's always rumors in school. Some of them you should take seriously because rumors usually escalate from other behaviors. Like you sometimes it's to be mean, but like it's for like adults and stuff, like those things start somehow. Like a teacher will like peer, like a little creepy, like cross the line. Like if your kids are talking about those kinds of things and laughing about it, tell them it's like you're laughing because that's a trauma response, and we should get that checked out.
Yeah.
Fucking rumor. This is what dark.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like a lot of like not rumors like in real life aren't that fun. To be fair.
No, when you're like dealing with them, like yeah.
And they're all really like serious, and like that's how they get traction, right? Because it's like no way, like did you know, like, and then that's how it like gets. And gossip inherently in human behavior is like a good thing. It's how we bond. It's one reason women were like really good at coding like codes and stuff when it came to like the Underground Railroad and stuff, because we're so like all the time. But like rumors and stuff that can like negatively impact someone's life when they're not true is not a good thing.
No.
So yeah,
I agree.
We should start a rumor.
Like we're amazing.
Well, no, that's true.
That's true.
That we're like starting a cult.
Well, that's also true.
That's it's not a rumor. Well, you need it to start as a rumor to get traction.
Yeah, to make it true. Some rumors all have some little truth sometimes.
Like
I know, that's why they need to be investigated half the time.
Right.
They're not.
Yeah, you're like, oh, like especially from people in power.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, because I know certain people talk about me, and I always wonder what they're saying. You know, like what rumor are you spreading about me? I'm curious. I'm just curious. I want to know more about myself. Like, I just want to know more about myself. That's all. You know me best. Tell me.
I stopped talking to people, so it's although like rumors are still able to happen for some reason, but I mostly stopped talking to everybody. In the last like 5 years, it's been pretty quiet. Like, that's like if you get rid of everybody in your life, there's no rumors. I guess.
No, there's rumors. You just don't. They don't ever reach you like that.
Yeah, no. People are still talking about you, which is the weird part, but you never get to know about it until later.
I find like, especially these past few years, people just have been so busy spreading rumors about COVID that they haven't had time to spread rumors about other people.
Yeah, that's probably it. They're too busy like fighting the man on mandates.
Oh, I know a rumor.
Okay, go.
The rumor was about me talking shit about Sonia.
Oh, yeah, I was so mad.
Yeah. Okay. So
that my heart was broken.
Yeah. So I started working at Tim Hortons, and I was really working hard. I became supervisor really fast working there. And so like I had no time for friends. The friends I had, they had to like force their way into my life. Like babysit Nicholas, drive me to and from work. Like that's the only way people could see me.
As if they were abuse. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I know you're busy. New job.
So anyway, whatever. So those would be the only people I would see. I didn't even have time to like see Sonia. So anyway, time goes by, like we say like a couple things on like MSN or whatever, but basically we don't talk. Until one time, I guess a rumor was that I said that Sonia was cheating on Kyle. That's apparently
that she told everyone.
And I told everyone. Who the fuck am I talking to?
I don't know. It was like this person who I didn't even know knew Dawn Marie told me. Like that's
I'm just imagining like customers coming into Tim Hortons buying like a donut and a coffee. And Dawn Marie's like, did you know that Sonia's cheating on Kyle?
She wrote notes on cups.
Yeah. So anyway, I end up hurting my back at Tim Hortons, doing whatever. And so this one day I'm at physiotherapy and I get a message from Sonia and she's losing her shit on me. And she's just like, you know, if you had anything to say about me, you could set it to my face and this, that, and the other time. And I was just like, hey, listen, I don't got time for your shit right now. Like, I'm tired. I'm sore. I'm at physio. I don't friggin' need this. And so then we start going back and forth. Like, we're just losing it at each other.
Built up tension of the last 20 years, right? Like,
Yeah. And
It's
we're
good to
saying
know
some
you
really
guys made
mean-
it through.
yeah.
We were saying the most meanest things I've ever thought of and she ever thought of to each other. And then I get home and I'm telling Dave, and I'm like, this stupid bitch, you can't believe what she said to me. And he's like, okay, you guys, you'll get over it. I'm like, no, you listen. Like, he's like, okay, shit. So then the next day, Sonia messaged me. It's like, no, I'm coming over and we're gonna talk. And I'm like, the fuck you are. You step foot on my lawn and I'm going to kill you. And she's just like, no, we need to talk this out. And I'm going to Natalie, which is across the street. And I'm talking. I'm like, no, don't show up here. I'm not going to answer the door or I'm going to kill you. Like, one of the two is going to happen. And she's like, who says I'm scared of you? And I was just like, see, this is why we're not going to talk. Like,
because we'll just fight. Like a physical fight. Yeah.
So then, like, 2 days later, she messages me. She's like, Kayla, come calm. We really need, and like, I blocked her off of everything though. So I don't know how the hell you still messaged me, but I think you borrowed someone's account.
No, I just texted you. You didn't block my text.
Oh, maybe that's
It was just
I blocked you off I blocked you off of like Facebook and everything else.
We blocked
and
each other.
Whole
like
family.
Any social media we blocked. Like, it was like,
and we were still talking shit about each other on social media, like huge statuses and like
vague.
Well, yeah, you're vague booking.
Yeah.
No, mine wasn't vague. Well, yeah. Like,
so Sonia was vague. Don was like, fuck this bitch.
No, I never said Domry's name.
Yeah, I never said Sonia's name either, but like the message was clear. Anyway.
We had mutual friends.
Yeah. And so like, and then we had to block each other's families because like, anyway. So then 2 days later, she messaged me. She's like, no, we really need to talk. I'm calm. Let's talk. And I'm like, okay, look, I hurt myself. So like, we'll take a small walk from Tim Hortons and whatever. So I met her down at like the Tim Hortons on Ottawa. We walked, we talked about it. And I was like, look, I didn't say anything. I'm always at work. Sonia, do you want to see my work schedule? She's like, well, I'm just saying, like, this is what happened. And then so eventually we kind of got over it. But like, we still weren't really close because like, you know,
and they haven't been close to this day.
Right. That's right. We hate each other still.
Yeah. But then Nicholas got really, really sick, went to Mac, and like Sonia was like the one and only person to go visit him with Danica while he was in Mac for 3 days. Like, she was the only one, and like I was literally fighting with her. She was the only one that came.
That's because friends drop shit when they're needed.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
yeah, well, like, friends aren't gonna be like all of a sudden like in the middle of a fight be like, yeah, I'm not gonna help you when your kid is sick. Like, like at that point it's like you were never friends to begin with. Sorry.
Yeah. So the rumor is that I said that she was cheating on Kyle with everyone. So
okay, so the rumor was that you started a rumor? That was the rumor? It was rumorception.
It was. And like and it was like all these people knew. So this person telling me is like, oh, this person was telling me and this person was telling me. And like, I didn't even know that many people knew me, but that's the thing. It's like all these people do talk about me. So
yeah. One of these people, she's like, yeah, well, this person said. I'm like, who the fuck is that person? And
I know. Right? So like it ended up being a
mutual acquaintance.
It's always a family member.
Not my family member.
It was a family member of a mutual acquaintance who was helping me while I was at work. It was and they knew Sonia through a marriage of a friend.
Yeah, and I don't even know if this rumor was to hurt me or to hurt Domry. Like it was a 2-for-1 rumor.
I think they did it to get both of us because I think they were mad at me stealing the attention of so and so, and by helping me out, which I don't understand, and also because you don't talk to them either, so they got 2-for-1.
I guess so. It was insane. It was an insane 2 weeks. Like,
that's so smart though. That's great. Like I wonder if this will like you can like just tell someone that someone else said a rumor about them and then they get mad at that other person and then you start 2 rifts. Like that's That's genius plotting.
They were
Like,
really
I'm
good,
sorry
though.
it
There was-
affected you
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
but
No, there was so much detail about like how this rumor and how this person knows this person knows this. Like, it was intense. Like, it was believable. Like, if this person just came up to me and said, "Oh, Domrie's talking shit about you," I'd be like, "No." Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
no.
true. Like, it's the opposite. Like, if someone's talking shit about me, Domrie would stand up for me.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
like, it was just so believable. Like, I got played, bamboozled. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
bamboozled.
And then I think that's what hurt me the most is that you believed it, right? And I think that's where my anger came out because at first, like, I was calm, and then you were so believed it that pissed me off, and I think like it hurt a little. So then I got angry, and then I got nasty, and like we were both just it was
Toxic.
bad.
We were
Yeah.
very toxic when we're angry.
you guys were also babies, so I think it's like you're allowed to be
No,
toxic
it was
between
like
certain ages.
no, I was about what 27 at this age, 26,
Babies.
27.
Babies.
Still
Babies.
Babies.
You guys are you had a newly full frontal complete cortex.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That
It's
was
just
still
brand
new.
new.
That was only
Fresh
2 years
off-
old. You haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
Fresh
break it
off
in.
the lot. Yeah.
Yeah, still babies.
Oh.
Still babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have like I'm trying to think of like rumors that's without trauma dumping too much because
Right.
it's
if
like
you
that's
saw-
always what it is.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
not like fun rumors. I'm trying to think of even a fun rumor that I've ever heard.
I always get that I'm a lesbian. Like, that's
Oh yeah,
like that's not like a rumor, I guess. There's just people always like
it's an assumption.
assume. Yeah, always.
Yeah.
My whole life it has been like, you're a lesbian. I was like, whatever. Like that.
That's
Like,
fine.
it
My
never
whole life,
bothered me,
people
yeah.
thought I was straight. So
Right,
you
yeah,
know, we
it's a
got
rumor,
the
yeah.
opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
I
good.
just give off fun lesbian vibes. That's because they're better people.
They are. I love lesbians.
I've never met a terrible lesbian.
I've
Like,
heard of
ever.
them. I'm sure they exist.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I've yet to meet one. So
I've never interacted. I've always met like friendly, really helpful, go out of their way type people, lesbians. Never.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have to be bad ones. Like, or
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
just statistically,
they're
you
they're
Yeah.
not superhumans.
Yeah.
you automatically become lesbian. You're automatically a good person.
Yeah,
You know. Yeah.
they have better morals than straight people.
Well, they're brought up as women, but then they're also like women. It's like a bonus, you know, because like as women, we're always brought up to like anticipate the needs of others, which
Mhm.
usually leads
Yeah.
to things like empathy and consideration. You know, men are usually just focused like growing up, socialized to like care about their needs only. So like when you get two women together and they're both anticipating each other's needs and being considerate,
Right?
like
I would love this to be like, hey, you look like your cup's empty. Let me go fill it for you.
exactly. Oh my gosh.
That's it.
Oh.
Bar is low.
Hey, I was at the store and I saw the snack you like. I got you one. You know.
Yeah, don't ask me. Don't wait for a response. Like, I do get asked, but sometimes I don't respond quick enough. They're like, oh, well, you didn't answer. But you
Oh, well,
thought I would like it.
But like also if you ask me, then I have to do like the cost analysis in my head where it's like, oh, but I've gained weight, you know, like the fat phobia bullshit that like
Yeah.
still lingers because we grew up in the early 2000s, that kind of shit. And it's always like, I don't want him to think I'm like eating so much and da. But if you bring me a snack, then it's like, oh, well, I have to eat this now. He got it for
Yeah.
me. It's a gift.
Yeah.
It would be rude of me not to.
Quit
know,
making
it's
me
nice-
ask for the snacks. Like, just-
Exactly.
just
It's nice to
get
not
them.
feel like I'm the one, like I'm the fat ass. It's nice to feel fed.
I like.
Yeah.
I
You know
am
what
the
I'm
fat
saying?
ass, but don't make me feel like it.
Exactly. Like, don't let me know I'm a lazy piece of shit. Tell me how much work I do and feed me chocolates and rub my feet because I've had a really hard day, okay?
Of being fat. Like, it's hard work. It's hard. My feet hurt all the time.
I've started like standing in front of the mirror before a shower and spending like a good 10 minutes just like jiggling my belly around. And I'm just like, you know what? I could like this. you know? And I'm just like, it's a form of like self-love, you know, like desensitization or whatever. And so it's like, so now I just like spend 10 minutes in the bathroom in front of the mirror naked before hopping in the shower, just like loving my belly, you know, making me feel a little bit better about myself. One shake at a time.
Yeah.
Feel better about yourself.
That's the motto of life now. One shake at a time.
Yeah, because like, who am I going to be a skinny bitch for?
Hide
husband?
hide love notes under your fupa so you can find them later. To be like,
oh, that's so smart.
Skinny fat, like just lift them up and you just get like.
Oh, and then the labia majora got a little plumper.
Yes,
you gain weight everywhere. You gain weight everywhere. Okay, guys. So I could like put some in the outer. Like there's just be notes everywhere.
That's right, and you can find them. Like it's wonderful. Yeah.
Like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, for love notes.
Oh,
to yourself.
So Valentine's Day is coming up. Well,
sideways fat.
It's past by the time this episode is aired, but ideas, you know.
Yeah. This is such a great idea. Little scavenger love note. Yeah. Like, come on, Kyle, find the Waldo.
Oh my god, you have like a clue to each body part.
Where's Waldo? Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, my cat. He always needs the attention nowadays. Gord, do you have any rumors?
But that fat bitch.
It's like one time Oswald, he was just like in my face.
Oh, he hates Pumpkin. Pumpkin and him still fight.
Aww.
No idea why. Oswald and Pumpkin, good. They're not like friendly, but they're fine. Like they don't like fight or anything. They just don't like cuddle or lick themselves or do each other like cute things. But for some reason, you know, the old cat and the youngest cat still hate each other. So I assume
cats take a long time. Either like sometimes years. Like
it's only been 1 year, so like I'm not worried about it. They're not like killing each other. So because of the rumors.
That's right. Yeah. The rumors Pumpkin spreading. So Oswald's like, did you hear? You know, it's Oswald
is spreading it.
Oh my god, it is
Oswald.
Oswald's telling Pumpkin and Gord that each other are spreading rumors about each other.
Yeah. Oswald's the shit disturber.
Fucking Oswald.
That makes so much sense now. Actually, that really illustrates the dynamic in my home.
Yeah.
Yes. We solved an issue right there, guys. We are Paw Patrol.
We're Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol is propaganda.
It is.
Of course.
It's Canadian propaganda, so I approve of it.
Well, do we have any more rumors?
No, I can't. I said a lot of them, actually.
Well, I heard a rumor that we are doing a new Thursday show. If you want to.
Oh, yes. Books and Booze with up-and-coming indie authors. Every Thursday it'll be aired where they talk about their books and read a chapter of said book. So look out for that.
Woohoo. Do you have anything to plug, Sonia?
We have a merch store. I think we plugged that a few times, but just in case.
All the plugs.
All the plugs. And every podcast we've been guesting on, we've been talking about our nipples I drew on MS Paint.
They're famous.
If you want to go look at our nipples, they're on our merch store, which is on our link tree. You know, it's link tree. You know where it is. Opinionated Lushes. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Also, I just want to remind everyone that we do have a Patreon. We did have patrons. Now they left due to financial hardship, which is fair, totally fair.
Yeah,
but if you are
totally understand that,
totally understandable. But if you are not suffering from any financial hardship, you get all of our bonus content, even available at the lowest tier. And we do our pre-drinks episodes every week where you get to hear what we do before the episode, as well as eventually we will restart our new React series. But there's already 2 React series on there. You get, first heads up to like special things and other bonus content and bloopers and whatever else. Again, all available at the lowest tier. So if you like us that much, become a patron. And if you don't like us that much but still want to kick back, again, buy us a drink on our link tree.
So wonderful. Woo-hoo. Good night, my friends.
Yeah. Start a rumor about us.
Yeah.
Start a rumor about us. Hashtag opinionated lushes rumor.
Yeah.
Don't even care what it's about.
No.
They'll be wonderful.
We'll
Yeah, we wanna
retweet
hear
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.